And how do I know that you're called to a serving life? Here's number 3, because of the tragedy of wasting. Because of the tragedy of wasting life. That's how I know you've been called to a giving life. Verses 18, 26, 28, the 1-talent guy. He had received 1 talent, went, verse 18, dug in the ground, hid his master's money. He buried it, verse 26. And the master answered him and said, "You wicked and lazy slave." So he says, take the talent from him, the one from him, take it from him and give it to the one who already has 10. Look, this is simple. It's tragic, but it's simple. The man took what God had given him, value, giftedness, opportunity, and he buried it. He didn't invest it or make use of it at all. And the master looked at that wastedness. He looked at that wastedness and he called it wicked. He called it wickedness. The master even took away what he'd given him in the beginning, so he even lost what he had in the beginning. So when I study a passage, one of the cycles I do through the passage is after I've studied it, after I kind of know, I know its facts, then I just imagine it. I play it out. I play it in my imagination. And for the very first time, I've been in this passage many times in my life, but for the very first time as I was working my way through my imagination, suddenly I felt for this guy. I'd never done that before. It had never occurred to me. I felt for him. Something made him so fearful, this 1-talent guy. Something made him so fearful that he buried the giftedness of his master in the ground. And I don't know what it was. Maybe it was fear of failure. So I bury it. Maybe it was insecurity that turned into procrastination. Yeah, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about there. Insecurity that just makes me wait, put it off, put it off, put it off, put it off. Maybe what the master had assigned to him wasn't what he had in mind for his own life. And he was kind of angry about that. And so he says, I'm putting that away. Or maybe, and I know you can't, I know you can't relate to this. I know this is just not even a part of our generation. Maybe it was just unmitigated distraction in his life. Maybe he just enjoyed so many trivial, little wasteful, selfish things that they just took up all of his time. I know you can't relate to that. Maybe his values were just all upside down. Maybe he'd gotten ingrained into a thinking pattern that the only way for me to be happy is to have my own way. The only way for me to be happy is to get whatever I want in the moment. And maybe the only way for me to be happy is to have others serve me. Maybe he was just paralyzed with envy and dissatisfaction that he wasn't the 5-talent guy, or he lived by comparison. Or maybe he just didn't know that the surest path to meaning and fulfillment is to give yourself away.